Today we are talking to an Australian author, Gordon Smith, about his novel, Men with a Mission.
Gordon, where do you prefer to compose most of your writing?
I prefer to compose and formulate my stories away from the hustle and bustle of the world. My preferred locations are overlooking the Coral Sea at Kings Beach or Shelley Beach at Karanja on Queensland's Sunshine Coast.
And, what inspired you to write Men with a Mission?
Looking back at my previous book, The Ministry Communications Unit, I wanted to showcase some of Australia's involvement in the Vietnam War. I also had a desire to show that people from different ethnic or religious backgrounds can work together.
Tell me, when did you decide on the subject?
I wanted to use some of my knowledge of going into the Australian Army as a conscript, to set the scene for this story. I also wanted to bring three men, or boys as they were, from different backgrounds together to show that people from different backgrounds can work in harmony. I concentrated on a different approach to a story about how people from different backgrounds react to the horror of war. Once the three men complete their basic training, they think they are on the way to the war zone in Vietnam, but a seasoned officer has selected them for a completely different task. After their initial induction, they went to Vietnam and were supposed to be involved with the forces of other countries, but soon were disgusted on how some of our allies behaved. The Australian authorities tasked them to form a unit away from all other forces and report on undesirable actions taken by our own troops and if our forces were influenced by the despicable behaviour of some of our allies. After a time, the unit morphed into assisting with humanity efforts along with reporting to the Australian government on criminal activities of various allies. After the end of the conflict, the group assisted with the helping of refugees throughout Cambodia and Laos.
Gordon, how did you decide on the title?
This was easy. During the early stages of the Vietnam War, the Australian Army conducted a recruitment advertisement. The advertisement showed Australian soldiers and the commentary was, "They are trained, vigilant, confident. They are men with a mission." The background music was the 1812 overture.
Well, in that case, what do you consider the strongest, most emotional phrase in the story?
The reporting on the My Lai massacre was emotional, but I think the death of John in the minefield after rescuing a young boy was even more emotional. The story reads, "He shouted to Emil, 'Move everyone away for at least 50 meters, no, make it 100 meters, I am going to jump down and lie flat on the ground. If I am lucky, the explosion will go above me, and I should be all right, you both move back a bit.' As soon as they moved back, John jumped forward, but before he reached the ground, the device exploded in the air. John was killed instantly. The emotions continued with the repatriation of John's body back to Australia."
Thank you, Gordon, for your time today. I am sure that our viewers will find this story very interesting.
Men with a Mission is available in both paperback and ebook formats from Amazon. You can explore Men with a Mission on Amazon.